What's up, YouTube? I'm gonna come at you with that news. Shout out to all my subs. Thank you for helping me get to 100. Yeah, it's kind of cool. 100 exactly. That's kind of odd, but it's cool at the same time. So, yeah, I'm in the triple digits. Now, moving on. Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed sold 310,000 copies on the Wii U. And people say that third-party games do not sell. Now you're probably like, why is he talking about the sales of a Sonic game? There's actually more to this news than just how many copies sold. After Sega revealed their financial results, they announced that they actually have 7 Wii U games planned for the future. So, if you all have been following everything, the companies that aren't supporting Nintendo are the Western developers, like the people that make pretty bad games anyway. I mean, not all of them fall into that boat, but the main culprit of this, EA, their games are pretty irrelevant. They're not great. You know what I mean? And that's just being honest. And you can't really say I'm speaking like lies, because you all know that EA's franchises are tanking for the most part. The only franchise they remotely care about is Battlefield, and it's very evident that they only really care about Battlefield. But moving on, that's that bit of news. 7 Wii U games coming from Sega, so that's awesome. And this is actually a rumor, but it's a very interesting rumor, because a lot of people, this isn't the first time I've actually read something like this. Has the Wii U system update increased the CPU and GPU speed? Basically, I'll go ahead and read it. A rumor is currently circulating the internet which suggests that the recent Wii U system update has actually increased the console's GPU and CPU speed. This latest rumor comes from a poster on a fairly unknown site called TV Tropes. He claims that the clock speeds have been increased, but sadly he hasn't cited any sort of source or provided any evidence. You can read his assessment below. I mean, yeah, it's all a rumor, but it'd actually be pretty interesting, because then it'd also fall in line with what Iwata was saying about the Wii U not actually being underpowered like people think it is. And of course, everybody's going based off the clock speeds, but here it goes. The IBM Power PC 700 base tri-core processor Espresso clocked at 1.24 GHz before the 3.0 update, 3.24 GHz after the 3.0 update. This is an evolution to the Broadway chip used in the Wii. It's 64-bit and uses Power 6 tech note, when IBM has said that Nintendo has licensed the Power 7 tech from IBM. Nintendo is not using it for the Wii. The Wii U, explaining its backwards compatibility. My mouse is in the way. And then the GPU, AMD Radeon high definition processor codenamed Latte, with an eDRAM cache built onto the die, clocked at 550 MHz before the 3.0 update, 800 MHz after the 3.0 update. So it would actually be quite interesting if the update did increase the clock speeds, because like I said, I don't know where I've read this before, but I do remember reading that it's possible that the Wii U, when it came out, the CPU and the GPUs were actually underclocked. But that's it for today's news. Peace.